Are you missing your miracle because you're reasoning everything out? You're looking at it all in the natural? God is supernatural. He'll ask you to do things that you may not understand. We all have things that we're believing for, dreams to come to pass, problems to turn around. We have the promise in our heart, but nothing is happening. We prayed, we believed, but we don't see any signs of things improving. It's easy to get discouraged and think it's never going to work out. But most of the time, God doesn't do things instantly. There will be a waiting period. Thoughts will tell you it's too late. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. But just because you don't see anything doesn't mean that God is not working. As you keep believing, keep praising, keep doing the right thing, you're going to see things begin to change. Many times, the miracle is in the process. It happens when you keep being obedient. Don't be frustrated because you're not seeing immediate results. What you're believing for is still on the way. God has put promises in your heart. He's told you that He's restoring health back into you, that you're going to lend and not borrow, that as for you and your house, you will serve the Lord. But maybe like these lepers, nothing looks any different. The medical report hasn't changed. Your child's still off course. Business hasn't improved. You could get discouraged, think it's never going to happen. No, just keep walking. Keep being obedient. Keep praising. Keep thanking. That's when the miracle is going to take place. You can't go by what you see or by what you don't see. Go by what God promised you. Joel, I still have these symptoms. Keep on walking. My business is still slow. Keep on walking. These people at work are still not treating me right. Keep on walking. God sees your obedience. He sees you believing when you could be discouraged. He hears you praising when you could be complaining. He sees you stretching when you could be shrinking back. Now, I believe for many of you, you're about to walk into your healing, walk into your freedom, walk into a great spouse, walk into abundance. As you keep walking, you're going to see God show out in your life. Is God asking you to do something that doesn't make sense? To step out in faith when you don't have the experience? To forgive that person that did you wrong? To pray for others that need healing when you're still not feeling well? Is He asking you to bring Him 5 loaves and 2 fish when you need to feed thousands? It's not so much what you're doing, it's the obedience. When you prove to God that you're going to do the right thing, even when it's hard, even when it doesn't make sense, then you're going to see God do awesome things in your life. What God asks us to do doesn't always make sense. His ways are not our ways. Many times, it's simply a test. If you'll obey, the miracle will follow. Don't talk yourself out of what you know God is telling you to do. Sometimes it seems ordinary. You're asking God to promote you. He's saying, get to work on time, produce more than you have to. You're asking God for healing. He's saying, eat healthier, exercise, get more sleep. You're believing for your child to get on course. God is saying, help that neighbor's child, invest into that young man. It doesn't have to make sense. That's what faith is all about. Miracles happen when there's obedience. God doesn't give us all the details. He doesn't show you how it's going to work out. May not happen like you've seen happen with your family. There may not be any sign of things changing. Like Joshua, every circumstance may say, it's not going to turn around. Go back. No use believing for your dreams. It's too late. You'll never get well. It would have happened by now. Don't believe those lies. Keep walking. God is not moved by what's not moving. He's not intimidated by waters that aren't parting, by how big the obstacle is, by how impossible it looks. In fact, many times, God will wait on purpose till the river is in flood stage. He'll wait till the experts say there's no way, the odds are against you. So when He turns it around, everyone will know it was His favor, His power, His goodness in your life. You may have situations you don't see how it can work out in your health, your finances, your relationships. You're tempted to quit believing. If Joshua were here today, he would tell you, keep walking. You're on the verge of a miracle. Those waters are about to open up. Now you may have to get your feet wet. May not happen like with Moses, where the waters part first. You can see your way clearly. You know exactly how it's going to work out. Sometimes God waits to see if you're going to trust Him when the waters haven't parted. Are you going to believe when you don't see any sign of things changing? You don't feel like you have the strength, the courage, the ability? If you'll just keep walking, praying, expecting, doors are going to open that you couldn't open, healing that defies the odds, freedom from things that have held you back. Some Jordan rivers are about to part. Things you've been standing in faith for a long time, it's about to come to pass. It's not going to be ordinary, it's going to be the hand of God. And there will always be people trying to convince you to settle. Just accept it. You'll never get well, never break the addiction, never get out of this neighborhood. No, don't water down your dream. You may be at the Jordan, your feet are wet, but nothing is parting. It looks like you could drown. God has not failed in the past. He's not going to start with you. Keep on walking, believing, praying, doing the right things. Waters are about to part. Doors are about to open. Problems are about to turn around. Instead of you retreating, the opposition is going to retreat. The waters are going to push back. The sickness, the debt, the trouble is about to push back. God is going to make a way where you don't see a way. When you pray, when you speak life, when you thank God that forces of darkness are broken, angels go to work. Jordan rivers are pushed back. God hears your prayers. He sees your faithfulness. He sees you believing when you don't see things changing, thanking Him when you could be complaining. Your time is coming. Some waters are about to part. You wouldn't be hearing this if God didn't have breakthroughs coming your way. And just because your feet are wet, just because you don't see anything improving, doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. God is watching you, and at the right time, things are going to change. The miracle is a process. It takes time, but when you come into your moment, suddenly things will turn around. My challenge is, stay in faith until you see the suddenly. Keep on walking. The enemy always talks the loudest when you're close to the waters parting. Tune out all the negative voices and tune in what God promised. He has spoken it and He will bring it to pass. He wouldn't let you face a Jordan River where your promised land is on the other side if that was going to keep you from your purpose. The reason you can't see a way is because it's not going to happen naturally. God is going to do it supernaturally, things that you couldn't make happen. Don't try to figure it out, just keep believing. Keep expecting, keep doing the right thing. I believe and declare, as you keep on walking like these lepers, you're going to see healing, favor, promotion. Like Joshua, waters are about to part. New doors are about to open. Obstacles are about to come down. You're going to make it into your promised land.